I realized that on every single video, I look younger and younger. Well, I'm probably the exception, because the crypto market makes people look older, but not me. Anyways, guys, today I'm in Georgia. I came to get more energy. I'm gonna get mineral water of Borjomi. Borjomi is one of the most famous places here in Georgia to get mineral water. And hopefully it will make me feel better. And hopefully it will make you wait for altcoin market. Now, in order to predict altcoin market, you basically have to take a look at the three different indicators. The very first one is the Bitcoin dominance. You want to see Bitcoin dominance going up and top. When the Bitcoin dominance stops, well, then the altcoin market starts. The same happened last year in December, right? Remember that. The second indicator is Ethereum Bitcoin ratio. Ethereum represents all altcoins. It represents basically the unity of the altcoins. And whenever this ratio goes below 0.02, well, we start accumulating altcoins, because then altcoin season starts, okay? Now I'll give you the exact date, the very exact month of when the altcoin market should start popping up, okay? Stick with me. The third and the last indicator that we're gonna take a look is the total market cap excluding Bitcoin, because basically the total market cap excluding Bitcoin takes into consideration all altcoins. It's that simple. We're gonna apply one indicator, one cycle indicator, the same one for all the three different measurements, so for all the three assets, and you will see that all of them showing the same thing. It's showing the exact same month. So without further ado, let's jump into charts. Let's start with the Bitcoin dominance, okay? So now I'm on TradingView and I actually opened the Bitcoin dominance chart. What I can see here is, of course, the percentage on the right side of the screen. And we can also see the 2-week cycle indicator, basically a cycle indicator that shows how the Bitcoin dominance goes in cycles. And if we go to the past, 2017, we see a huge drop in the dominance. That's basically the first altcoin market. Well, not the first one, the second altcoin market. Now here, we can see another one, 2021. Big drop, and everybody's waiting for another drop, and it never happened. As you can see, for the last 2 years we're simply going up. Sure, we had a small drop right here, and November 2024, right there, but it was not that big. You cannot compare it with the previous bull markets. Now, what is going to happen, guys? If you take a look at the 2-week cycle indicator at the bottom of the screen, it's already reaching the top right here. It's already reaching the top, okay? Now give it a couple of weeks, about 4 weeks time, and the 2-week cycle indicator will be at the top. The dominance will be somewhere around here, somewhere about 66%, okay? So my prediction is that whenever Bitcoin dominance stops at 66%, we're going to see an altcoins going up and Bitcoin dominance going down. Now, why I think it's going to happen now? Because it's the third year of the bull market, and because every single time when the 2-week cycle indicator goes to the top, we see a drop, okay? Now, we didn't see it before in the first 2 years of the bull market, and that's very normal, but that happens in the third year. Exactly, it happened here, okay? We saw the bottom, kind of the first drop, and everybody was like, oh, that was it? We're not going to see more? Then the Bitcoin dominance rallied up, made a final high before going to the downside, and people had only about a couple of months time to buy altcoins and to make these 5x, 6x, 7x gains. Now, after Bitcoin dominance, we want to see the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. Now we can see the history from 2016, and what happened, guys? Every single time we go below 0.02 right here, again, 2-weekly cycle indicator showing the bottom here, not the top but the bottom, we start pumping up, okay? We start pumping up. Now the same here, 2020, 2021, 2-week cycle indicator bottom, okay? We start popping up slowly but surely, and at the very end we have this parabolic run. Now exactly same thing. However, Ethereum took more time basically to reset itself. Now if you see at the previous bull market, Ethereum just needed a couple of months to go down. Here we actually needed 2 years to go down and reach exactly same spot. Where are we now? We are about the bottom. And what happens next? The altcoins start popping, guys. And again, 2-week cycle indicator, it is showing the accumulation. We went just below this red line. This is the accumulation stage. How much time we need? Again, we need about 4 weeks. It's showing exactly the same information as the Bitcoin dominance is showing. We need about 4 weeks for the altcoin market to start popping up. So we already have two indicators. We have two assets, the Bitcoin dominance and the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio, showing exactly the same information. Now, we need the last one. Let me come back to the chart and let me open total market cap, basically excluding Bitcoin. Basically, if you write total right here, you will see total market cap and you put number 2, excluding Bitcoin and stablecoin. Yep. Now guys, what do we see here? This is the most beautiful chart of all of them. Now look, 2 weekly cycle bottom, 2 weekly cycle bottom, right here, accumulation, okay? Then what? Then alt's going up. Same, up. Same right here. 2 weekly cycle bottom, took a bit longer, right? Because 2 weekly cycle broke. Up, we go up, alt's shooting up. Now, what about now? Exactly same thing. 2 weekly cycle need about 4 weeks to accumulate. We accumulate alts over here and we're gonna shoot up. And basically this time we're gonna shoot up more. Why? Because it's the 3rd year of the bull market and because it's the altcoin time. Most people gave up on altcoins. Most people sold altcoins. Most people sold Ethereum about 2000. Don't do that. I am buying Ethereum right now. I bought Ethereum at 2,500. You can even see my trade on BTCC. I already showed it in the previous videos. And I'm going to keep on buying when the cycle indicator shows that we're at the bottom, okay? So, my prediction is altcoin season is coming end of April, May 2025. And then we're going to have a summer season, summer altcoin season. Now, it didn't happen before, right? Most summers are actually very boring. And in summertime, coins are usually going down, they're turning sideways, and nothing is happening in the market. However, my prediction is that altcoin is going to pop up. And guys, one last thing. I want to pay attention to this tweet by Income Sharks. Income Sharks is one of the most respected crypto influencers, okay? Now, this guy asked, if you could back in your crypto journey, what would you have done differently? Read every single word what this guy is saying. This is the guy that has at least a couple of millions in his bank account, and he did all his money through crypto. Less time on screens, meaning less trading. Never got into leverage. Well, this is debatable, but you can make big gains on spot. That's true. Held spot longer. Exactly. Hold long, wait until the 2 weekly cycle, until it reaches the top. Small profits on the way up. Well, this is very difficult. It's easy to say, but it's very difficult to actually do. And understand how little percentage-wise each year compounded you need. What he means by that is that hit a few months hard each year, do nothing, rest. And that's what I'm telling you guys. You have to apply the cycle indicator, and you have to make sure that you buy the coins whenever they are actually down, whenever the cycle bottom is below 20. That's it. And then you wait. You simply wait. You don't have to sell whenever your altcoin pops up 30%. You simply wait and apply the same cycle indicator until it goes top, until it reaches the top, and then you sell. Well, you're not going to aim the perfect bottom, perfect top. However, you're going to make the most of it. And you're going to outperform 99% of traders and investors in the market, including all these hedge funds, all these big investment companies. I will be on this journey with you, and I will do exactly the same. So simply subscribe to this channel, watch my videos, register at a BTCC exchange, the link down below, and let's make money together in 2025.